Chapter 3.5 was a while back, and even 4.5 has been out long enough for me to deem this video a go. Consider this your one chance at a spoiler warning, and let's jump into it with the greatest information we have ever learned out of all of the chapters. Ham Ham Pang Pang has a chicken sandwich.
Deepest lore.
The distortion phenomenon is still a mystery to most. Despite a good amount of time, and likely breakouts of events, I can only wonder what most people in the city must be thinking when they hear of such news. Mersol, being the one who knows of these events, doesn't really paint a picture of the average Joe. We hear of the LCD department. As far as naming conventions are concerned, it is safe to say this stands for Limbus Company Distortion Department. With the way we're getting all these department name drops, it's really shaping up to become the next L-Corp. First mentions are the fixers del atardecer ardiente. Probably a one-off joke, but it would be cool if we got to see some of these fixers at some point. Atardecer ardiente means burning sunset in Spanish. Also, cosplay is a common thing in the city. Ryoshu constantly keeps up with her weird antics. I'm not familiar with her source material, but it's on my reading list. Dante can understand distortions. Very interesting. Faust assumes it's because of the golden bows. The bows are turning out to be a bigger MacGuffin than the light. The dressing is erroneous overall. Failure to properly cook the chicken has resulted in residual stench of blood and unpleasant odors. The sauce is too thick to bring out a deep flavor. The inconsistent cuts of the meat contribute to the serving's inability to rouse one's appetite. The seasonings and spicings are a complete disaster. The taste in my mouth is even worse than plaster. Lacking sugar, you toss 2.5 spoons of butter, and in the end, the result simply belongs in the gutter. When a distortion weakens, a door opens. This is new info, since the last few distortions we saw were either reversing, encapsulated, or warped the area around them. This would imply that those that don't have a domain expansion per se will open doors like that to their heart. This will require future cooperation though. We also get our first mention of the concept incinerator, a singularity we see more of in Chapter 4, and is explained there. For now, it basically erases all known info about what is added to it. It strictly deals with information regarding the concept. And that really takes care of Chapter 3.5. You see now why I didn't make a video specifically covering that. As for 4.5, 2 weeks have passed. Yay, timelines! No, really. Any amount of time that gives us a good time frame is a bonus to me. As one would expect in an overcrowded space like the city, nests have absolutely abysmal traffic, and no alleyways to seek shortcuts through. The whole party is completely aware of W Corp's atrocities. I hope no one ever finds out that Limbus knows, or I could see W Corp hunting them down. Virgil never misses a chance to be a cheeky fucker. It's these kind of actions that keep him so endearing. Project Moon could have easily made him a one-dimensional sad boy, but despite all that, he can still make himself laugh. The Great Lake can be one of the most beautiful places in the city, but not without its downsides. A literal force field keeps all the excrement of the cities a hair width away from the pristine waters. Faust immediately shoots down the first good point I could make about the chapter. Just goes to show that you have to take everything with a healthy amount of skepticism. Me too, Faust. Try having a comment section. Faust and Virgil could really be at fault for not properly communicating what's going on to the sinners. However, would it really make a difference? Effie and Sod couldn't even prep them for traditional success. The biggest takeaway from this chapter, in my opinion, is the fact that U-Corp builds out onto the Great Lake as part of its territory. The lines of U-Corp don't end at the beach. Virgil notes and seems to have taken an interest in those that return from the library. Makes sense, given those who have wronged him. Olga confirms that in the library they have no recollection of their time as a book. It was as simple as, "Oh no, I'm dead," to appearing back in the city with no rhyme or reason. Small note, the goggles on Rain's head are quite similar to the goggles the Black Fixer wears in Lobotomy Corporation. Oh no. I need to start a Faust sus counter when she and Virgil are being shady, huh? Faust confirms that the crabs are mutants. Mutant humans? No, most likely just mutant crabs. Honglu quickly comments that his own grandmother collected mutants. Resonance Tuning Fork. One application of U-Corp Singularity is revealed to us, designed to attach objects together as if they had always belonged. We already knew that each district restricts the boundaries between the back streets and the wing differently. U-Corp uses plasma. Faust doubles down about not knowing where all the bows are just yet. Acid typhoons, tuna tsunamis, and cerebra storms. Just some of the natural world disasters that lie in the outskirts of the city's mainland and walls. It seems we'll be getting some Cthulhu-based monsters in the seas. We get to see that the sinners can call upon the expertise of their mirror world counterparts, as Ryoshu calls upon the knife-wielding expertise and SYNC of her time in Pierre's shoes. Dante appears to be able to view the memories of the sinners bound to him. No other way I could explain this, since Dante is always the narrator except in the identity stories. And that'll take care of chapters 3.5 and 4.5. Probably a shorter episode, but until we get Chapter 5 out, I think I might use this time to work on something not Project Moon related. Let me know if you're excited about it. Take care.
Beach volleyball!